29th August DPT. Problem number 1. A N-type silicon sample of width 4 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meters, thickness 25 into 10 to the power of minus 5 meter and length 6 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter carry a current of 4.8 milliamperes. When the voltage is applied across the length of the sample, what is the current density? So as you are asked to find out current density, we know current density is I by A, where A is nothing but the B into D, that is the out of the given dimensions, that is B is whatever 25 into 10 to the power of minus 5 and D is nothing but 4 into 10 to the power of minus 3, because the current is entering at this end. This is the length, so this will be B and this will be D. So that B into D will give you the area of cross section. Hence I, B, D values are substituted to get the answer as 4.8 into 10 to the power of 3 ampere per meter square. Question number 2. Question number 2. The area of cross section, length and density of piece of a metal of atomic weight 60 are 10 power minus 6 meter square, 1 meter and 5 into 10 to the power of 3 kg per meter cube respectively. Find the number of free electrons per unit volume if every atom contributes one free electron. So you are asked to find out the number of free electrons per unit volume. So total number of electrons per unit volume, this is what we need. Now from the Avogadro concept, Avogadro number concept, we know the total number of atoms is equals to mu, number of moles into Avogadro number. This mu is a small m by capital M. This is what we are substituting here. So this is small m Na by m into V, this V. Mass by volume is the density, that is rho. So rho into Na by capital M. So rho is given, Na Avogadro number is known, and molecular weight is given 60 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So substituting and solving, we get the required answer. Problem number 3. Problem number 3. Protons in cosmic rays strike Earth's upper atmosphere at a rate averaged over the Earth's surface of 10 protons per meter square per second. So 10 protons per meter square per second are striking. So the total charge per second per meter square will be charge of each proton into number of protons. So 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 into 10. And we know that the area of the Earth is 4 pi r square, and hence current I is equals to J into A. So J is this one, that is charge per second per meter square. So that is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 18, and area is 4 pi into radius of Earth is known 6400 into 10 power 3 square. So solving, we get this answer. Problem number 4. A current is established. Problem number 4. A current is established in a gas discharge tube of so and so cross section when a sufficiently high potential difference is applied across the two electrodes. The gas ionizes, electrons move towards the positive terminal and positive ions move towards the negative terminal. What are the magnitudes of current in the hydrogen discharge tube in which 3 into 10 to the power of 18 electrons and 2 into 10 to the power of 8 protons move past the cross-sectional area of each tube in second? So here current contributed due to the electrons is number of electrons by T, N by T into QE. Number of electrons are given per second. Similarly, current contributed by protons is number of protons by time into QP. And substituting these values, we get the current contributed by protons to be 0.32 amperes. Question number 5. A copper wire has a cross section of 6 mm on a side. So side is given, length of the side. The wire is 10 meter long and carries a current of 3.6 amperes. The density of free electrons is 8.5 into 10 to the power of 28 per meter cube. Find the magnitude of current density. So magnitude of current density, we know it's I by s or I by s square, where s is the side. So therefore this is in meter, and current density is, this is 3.6 divided by side square, that is area, which will be 36 into 10 to the power of minus 6. This will give you the required answer. Problem number 6. Find the total linear momentum of the electrons in a conductor of length 1000 meters carrying a current of 70 ampere. So in this, total momentum will be the mass of all the electrons in the conductor into drift velocity. So if n number of electrons are there, then n into m being mass of each electron, I drift velocity is I by NEA. Here, this one can be written as total number of charge carriers is number of charge carriers per unit volume into V into m into this thing, and volume of the conductor can be written as area into length, and therefore this area and this area gets cancelled, n and n gets cancelled. We are left out with MIL by E. M is mass of electron 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31. I is given in the problem, length of the conductor is given, E is known. So substituting these values, we will get the answer. Problem number 7. How much time will be taken by an electron to move a distance of 1 kilometer in a copper wire of cross section 1 mm square and electron density 10 to the power of 28 if it carries a current of 4.5 amperes. So time taken to travel the length of the copper wire is T is equals to L by Vd, where Vd is drift velocity and drift velocity is known I by NEA. So substituting drift velocity over here, we get time taken to travel the length is NEAL by I. Substituting all the values, we will get the time taken. Problem number 8. Problem number 8. In problem number 8, if the diagram is taken over here, this is a conductor of non-uniform cross section. Here A1 is greater than A2. Then you are asked to select some of the options. So as the current is flowing, the same current flows. This current that enters to this through this end will leave from this end. So therefore, I1 is equals to I2. But from the diagram, here A1 is greater than A2, and it is also known that J is equals to I by A. As I is constant, J is inversely proportional to the area of cross section. As A1 is greater than A2 implies J1 will be less than J2. And it is also known that drift velocity is directly proportional to J, and then as J1 is less than J2, it implies Vd1 will be less than Vd2. So I1 is equals to I2, J1 less than J2, and Vd1 less than Vd2. Problem number 9. A straight conductor of uniform cross section carries a current I. S is the specific charge of an electron. Then the momentum of all the free electrons per unit length of the conductor due to their drift velocity is. So here we know drift velocity is I by NEA, and total number of electrons will be N into A into L, N into V. V is written as area into length. So per unit length it will be N into A. Now for all the electrons, momentum will be mass of all the electrons, that is N into M into drift velocity. This is the drift velocity. When we substitute, we get it as I by E by M. E by M is the specific charge. So therefore, the momentum of all the electrons is I by S. Problem number 10. When there is an electric field inside a conductor, the electrons drift opposite to the field of the constant velocity. So that statement is correct. And then you can see regarding drift velocity, the drift velocity is very small as compared to the thermal speed of electron. That is also correct. And drift velocity depends on nature of the metal, relaxation time. So all the three options are correct. Therefore, the correct answer is all options are correct. Problem number 11. So this problem number 11, we are asked to match the formulae for drift velocity, current density, conductivity and resistivity in terms of relaxation time. So we know drift velocity in terms of relaxation time is this one, whereas current density is NEAVD, then conductivity is Ne square tau by M, and reciprocal of conductivity is resistivity. So therefore the option is first option, correct option. Problem number 12. Problem number 12. A steady current flows in a metallic conductor of non-uniform cross section and I is constant, that is I is given constant, A is not constant. Then which of the following options are correct? The first one is J is equals to I by A. I is constant, hence J varies with A, that is first option. Similarly, we know in the second option he says J is equals to sigma into E, which is written as I by A. I being constant implies E is inversely proportional to A, so E varies with A. And the third one, current density is NEAVD, and therefore I by A is NEAVD. Therefore, as A changes, here drift velocity also changes. So drift velocity changes with the area of cross section, and hence all the options are correct. Question number 13. A current of 5 amperes is passing through a metallic wire of cross sectional area 4 into 10 to the power of minus 6, and the density of charge carriers is 5 into 10 to the power of 36 per meter cube. Then the drift velocity of the electrons is, so we know the drift velocity of electrons is I by NEA, I, N, E and A are given. So solving, we will get the required answer. Problem number 14. A steady current flows in a metallic conductor of non-uniform cross section. The quantity or the quantities which are constant along the length of the conductor is or are. So we know across non-uniform cross section, when a steady current flows, electric current is constant, whereas rest of the things given in the options like drift velocity and electric field depends on the area of cross section. So only current remains constant, that is fourth option. Question number 15. The current flowing through a wire depends on time as I is equals to 3t square plus 2t plus 5. Then the charge flowing through the cross section of the wire in time t equals to 0 to t equals to 2 seconds. So we know charge is integral I dt. So I is 3t square plus 2t plus 5 into dt, and integrating t square integration is t cube by 3. Limits are from 0 to 2. T integration t square by 2 and integration of dt is t, and hence we get, after substituting, we get the total charge flowing to be 22 coulombs.